And welcome back to the channel. It is NoSteves here, and today is the release of the Bray Wyatt Edition of WWE 2K24, and in this video we're going to discuss, is it worth picking up, yes or no? So let's look at what you get for the money, and is it worth it or not? And let me know in the comments if you agree with my views, and are you going to pick up this DLC? So first off, this pack is going to cost you $8.99 in the UK or $9.99 in America, and with this DLC you basically get 3 characters. So you get the Fiend 23, you get an Elite Series Bray Wyatt, which is obviously the figure version of the characters, but I think are pretty cool. And you get a Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy. You also get a few MyFaction bonuses as well, but I mean, I hate MyFaction, so I won't be using this stuff. But if you do like MyFaction, this will come in handy. But you get MyFaction cards for all 3 of the characters, the Fiend, the action figure, and Uncle Howdy. You also get a Firehouse Funhouse Friends MyFaction Manager card, and you get 15,000 points. You also get, with this edition, the Fiend Championship title to use in the game as well. So if we go through all the things you get there, first off, the Fiend 23. So the Fiend 23 is actually quite a cool model, as this was actually designed by Bray Wyatt before his death, that he was going to come back with this attire. But obviously, as he has done, unfortunately, we will never see this in real life. But it's really cool to see something that he designed before he died getting brought to life. Now, it isn't hugely different from the Fiend character. The mask is slightly different, and this weird little face on the back of his head that's pretty cool. And you get a new lantern as well for the end. So you just basically get a new attire for the Fiend essentially. And this is probably the second best part of the DLC, I think, personally. And I will leave the full entrances to all the new characters right at the end of the video. So you just want to see the entrances, you can skip to the end and see all 3 of them in full. And then you get to probably my favourite part of the DLC, which is the Elite Bray Wyatt figure. Which is obviously, like the previous Elite figures, it's just a toy version of Bray Wyatt in the game to play as. I love this idea of putting the figures in the game. Obviously you've got John Cena, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, quite a few are in there. I would love to see a game actually of just the figures, get all the roster, turn them into figures. It'd be really, really cool to play, I think. I just think it's something fun in the game. I think the game is missing sometimes just a flat fun feature, and these figures definitely bring the fun feature to me. So this is my probably favourite part of it. Then this next model, I'm not too sure about what to think of really, as Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy. So they have kind of changed the face a little bit, but honestly, I mean, how much work has gone into this really? It's the same as I think they just changed the face slightly. I think this is a bit of a cheap thing really. I could do without having the Bo Dallas character in really. Give me the Wyatt 6 instead, but I guess we're not going to get that. So I think this is probably one of the worst bits of the DLC, I think, the Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy. Let me know. I mean, I couldn't tell a difference really. We'll put them together side by side in game. I mean, I don't think you're going to tell a difference really, to be honest. I think this is a pretty poor thing really. So it can't take much time to do. It seems a bit cheap to me, but that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think. And next up we have the MyFaction stuff. I don't care about MyFaction, to be honest with you, so this for me is a big thumbs down for the MyFaction stuff. But if you do like the MyFaction, I guess it is good to get in cards of all 3 of them, so you can play as them in your faction, and you get that manager card as well. Me personally, it isn't for me in MyFaction. I'm going to do a video as well at some point explaining how bad I think MyFaction is. I think it is terrible. But if you are interested in MyFaction, I guess it is a good positive. But for me, big thumbs down for the MyFaction stuff there. And last but not least, it is the Fiend Championship title. I guess it is good to get it in the game. I feel like it was in the last year's game, but I could be wrong in that. And I think this is a little bonus. I mean, there is some on community creations as well that you can download, but yeah, it's a good little bonus. I think the Fiend Championship, get it in there, and you can use it in the universe mode, play the exhibitions and stuff. Yeah, pretty okay edition. I'm neutral in this one, not a negative, not a positive really. It's good to be in the game finally. So overall, is this worth the money? I think it's just about worth it. We're going just about. It's cool to see the Fiend 23 model that obviously Bray designed before he died, and I personally do like the Elite Series figures you get in the game. So that's probably the biggest positive for me. The Bo Dallas is a bit cheap, I think. A bit of an easy thing for them to put in the game. Not much effort. The same with the MyFaction stuff as well. A bit of a negative for me. And the Championship was probably quite easy to put in as well. So overall, I think it's just about worth the $8.99. And I just hope, I haven't seen it anywhere, but I hope that the Bray Wyatt family get some percentage of the money of this pack. That's one of the reasons I brought it. I thought hopefully they get a few pounds here and there from every sale goes to the Bray Wyatt family, hopefully. I mean, let me know in the comments if you know if this is true or not. But I hope the Bray Wyatt family gets something just to help them out a little bit. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the DLC. I think it's just about worth it. Are you going to pick it up? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, just super kick that like button, super kick the subscribe button for more 2K24 news going forward. So that's going to be the end of my little review there. We're going to leave you with all the free entrances of the new characters. I hope you have a good one, guys.
Gentlemen, the Fiend has evolved.
The face of fear at his most frightening.
The Fiend, a new face of horror, but now mixing beauty into this bizarre visage.
Because we know the Fiend is more than just Bray. This is an entity of multiple personalities.
And the fireflies are burning brighter than ever. And guys, the Firefly Funhouse is once again on the air.
And that is a highly frightening thought. Uncle Howdy has arrived. Yeah.
looking to collect a debt from the false prophets in WWE. I'm glad I'm not one.
The darkness that is Bray Wyatt has taken on a new shape. You know, just when I thought Wyatt couldn't get any creepier, I was wrong.
Yeah, the frozen expression is even more sinister.
Unmoving, unflinching, horrifying.
You know, I don't remember toys being this scary when I was a kid.
That's because you only ever owned stuffed animals.
This crowd is in terrified awe.
The WWE Universe has never seen anything like this.
An entity that terrorizes opponents, fans, and the toy aisle.